Hello students. In previous video we have discussed the external features of heart and also atria. So in this video we have to learn about the ventricles. The ventricles. So heart divides into four chambers. Heart has four chambers. Upper chambers are called atria, lower chambers are called ventricles. So upper chambers are atria, they are smaller ones. These are called atria. These are smaller ones. These are ventricles. The lower chambers are called ventricles. Okay, so these ventricles are called pumping chambers. These are also called pumping chambers, pumping and lower chambers. These are larger compared to the atria. These are larger ones. So these are called ventricles. So here these pumps the blood to different parts of the body. So that's why these are called pumping chambers. Next, the two ventricles. These are two ventricles are separated by a wall-like structure that is called interventricular septum. Interventricular septum. It separates the two ventricles. The right one. This is the right ventricle. This is the left ventricle. Right and left ventricles are separated by interventricular septum. Next, internally, when we see the internal structure, it has many folds. The two chambers, it has many folds. So these folds are called columnae cornae. It has many folds. Internally has many folds called columnae cornae. So in this fold-like structures, some they are conical or triangular shape. Some they are like this. Some they are large and conical shapes. These are called papillary muscles. Okay. So in this columnae cornae, some they are long and triangular shape. So these are called papillary muscles. So from here, so for example, these are papillary muscles. So from these, the long cord-like structures are arising like this. Long cord-like structures are arising. These are called chordae tendineae. These are called chordae tendineae or trabeculae cornae. So these string-like structures, so which are connected to the valves. So here bicuspid and tricuspid valves are there. AV valves are also present. AV valves or bicuspid and tricuspid valves. So here that chordae tendineae or trabeculae cornae connected to the AV valves. Okay. So this is next point. Next, one more point I have forgotten. That one is the left ventricle. The wall of left ventricle is larger or thicker than right ventricle. The wall of left ventricle is thicker compared to the right one. Okay. So this is about internal structure. So in internally fold-like structures are present. These are called columnae cornae, in which some they are larger and conical shape. They are called chordae tendineae or trabeculae cornae, which are papillary muscles. Okay, which are connected to the long string-like structures. They are called chordae tendineae or trabeculae cornae, which are connected to the AV valves. Next, the left ventricle is larger. The wall of left. Next, nodal tissues. So in the heart, some specialized muscular tissue is also present. That is called nodal tissues. Specialized tissue. Muscular tissue is present. That is called nodal tissue. So in this nodal tissue, some different parts are there. They are in this first one, SAN means sino-auricular sino-auricular node or SA node. Okay, SAN or sino-auricular node or SA node. So this which is present, this is present, this SA node, this is one SAN. So SA node is present right side of the right atrium. So right atrium wall, right side of the right wall of atrium, right atrium wall, you can write. Okay, so it's present the right side of the right atrium. Next, so next this one is also called pacemaker. This one is also called pacemaker because it generates the action potential without any external stimuli. That's why this is called pacemaker. Okay, I will write here. It produce action potential without it generate, or you can write it generate or produce action potential without any external stimuli. So that's why this is called pacemaker. That's why the heart is also called auto-generating or auto-controlling organ. Okay, this is called SAN. Next, AVN. Auriculoventricular node. So this auriculoventricular node is present the lower corner of the right atrium, which is present lower corner of the right atrium. So the wall of the right atrium. So here is, this one is also present wall of the right atrium. This one is also called present right atrium, but it is present in the upper part, right side of the upper part, upper corner. Here this one is present lower corner. So that is called auriculoventricular node. This is also called relay station. This is also called relay station. So which means it receives the impulses from SA node, that it impulses next transfers to the next part of the nodal tissues. So it transfers the impulses from SAN or SA node to the remaining parts. So that's why this is called relay station. Next, third one is, next here from AVN, a muscle bundle is arising from the AVN. This muscle bundle is arranged along with the auriculoventricular wall. Next, so this bundle is called bundle of His. That is also called AVN bundle. Nodal bundle. This is also called nodal bundle. Okay. So then after that, this nodal bundle divides into two branches. Next, these branches divides into many branches. These branches circulate or spread throughout the wall of ventricles. So these are called Purkinje fibers. Okay, Purkinje fibers. So these four together called nodal tissues: SAN, AVN, bundle of His, and Purkinje fibers. So these are very, very important or they play important role in the cardiac cycle or heart function. Aortic arcs. So in this aortic arcs, two arcs are present. They are, first one, pulmonary arc. So pulmonary arc is generating from the, okay, so pulmonary arc. So here this is the right ventricle. So from the right ventricle, the pulmonary arc The pulmonary arc is developing from or arising from right ventricle. Okay. So the pulmonary arc is generating or arising from the right ventricle. So it supply the blood. Which blood? Deoxygenated blood. Which blood is present in the right ventricle? Deoxygenated blood. So it collects the deoxygenated blood and supply to this deoxygenated blood to lungs. Okay. So this is about pulmonary arc. Next, the opening of the pulmonary arc has valves. These valves are called pulmonary valves. These are called pulmonary valves. Next, systemic arc. Systemic arc. So this is here the systemic arc is arising from the left ventricle. So left ventricle. So this one. So here this one is this one is systemic arc. So systemic arc collect the oxygenated blood to different parts of the body. It is also has a wall. That walls are called systemic valves. Okay, systemic valves. Next, the pulmonary valves and systemic valves together called semilunar valves. Semilunar valves. The pulmonary valve and systemic valve together called semilunar valves. Okay. Next, here the systemic arc and the pulmonary arc. So where they are joining, here there is a connection. There is a small connection. A string-like structure is present. That is the pulmonary arc and this is pulmonary arc and systemic arc, which are externally, which are jointed by a string-like structure that is called ligamentum arteriosum. That string-like structure which connects these two arcs externally. So that is what ligament arteriosum. Actually, it is a ruminant of in fetal stage. In fetal stage, a connection is present in between these two, systemic arc and pulmonary arc, connected by in fetal stage, the systemic arc and pulmonary arc connected by ductus arteriosum. Ductus arteriosum. So this ductus arteriosum in adult stage, when this is present only in fetal stage. Okay, so there is a connection is present, but after birth it get completely closed. The connection is completely cut off. Here it forms a ruminant part that is called ligamentum arteriosum. Okay, so this is the structure of heart.